Welcome to the Financial Rebellion podcast. I'm your host, Todd Romer. We started this podcast for two specific reasons. Number one, to inspire you to start a side hustle and make some extra income. Or perhaps take that side hustle and turn it into a full-time business, like some of our guests have done already. The second reason we started the podcast is because we're big fans of credit unions, and we have worked with credit unions around the country to help them drive awareness and new membership growth amongst younger generations. Frankly, with a credit union, you can do a lot of what we teach about money the Financial Rebellion way. So let's get into this episode of Financial Rebellion. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Financial Rebellion podcast. This episode, we're excited to have someone from Tampa, Florida on. And, good old sunny Florida, you can't beat that. I'm your host, Todd Romer, and we basically help a lot of people across the country do money the Financial Rebellion way. And that's one part of our platform. But the other piece, of course, is to bring on those who are creating side hustles, small businesses, launching businesses that are young. And you don't have to be super young either. But we're just thrilled to have Stepan Mruzek on from Tampa, Florida. Welcome to Financial Rebellion, Stepan.
Hi, Todd. Thank you for having me. I think what you guys do is amazing. I saw a few podcasts, and I think what you do is just great because you help younger people to, get a little bit more knowledge about financial world.
Well, thank you. We're thrilled, man, and we're just getting started. We have a lot of things cooking to help a lot of people. 18 to 34 is our general wheelhouse of reach, but we have a lot of people who are in their 30s and 40s and even older that are just dealing with money struggle, and they want to go, you know what? I need to know new concepts about money, and I want to learn about investing. I want to learn how to create some additional income. I want to learn how to reduce some debt or just save money better. So that's a lot of what we do too in various aspects of our newsletter and other elements, social media and our teaching. But this podcast today, this episode, I'm excited to learn about your business, Stepan, called Flaer, the Flaer app, right? And so we're going to get into that in a moment. But for every guest, we always have fun out of the gate. Tell us your best and worst money move that you've made in the last 3 years or as recent as yesterday.
Yeah. All right. So I have a great story, actually, how we found our angel investor. And it started when I was 14. I played a Minecraft on a German server, actually. And at that time, I was 14, 15. It was my first time. I was actually buying Bitcoin. It was around $6,000 at that time. So I just wrote to our chat, hey guys, I just bought Bitcoin under $10,000. Is there anyone else who did it too? Because I thought it was a very interesting project. So, why not to find some people that did it too? And this one person responded to me that he did it too. So he also bought it under 10,000. So we connected on Discord, and it was a German server. I'm from Czech Republic. So I didn't know what language he spoke, but we found out that we're both from the same country. So we started chatting, and nothing was happening for a few years. Like, we just shared few technical analysis. We're kind of trying to figure out the whole financial world, trading and stuff. And then out of nowhere, he sent me this project that had some potential, and I invested in that. I made decent money on it. And since then, we kind of started, having more conversations and became friends. And I don't want to go into a lot of details. Yeah, but basically,
So that was your best money. Was that your best money move?
Yeah, I'm going to finish that because it's very cool. So basically, then he learned how to code, and he built this huge project that went to, I think, in the top, it was around $300-400 million valuation in crypto. And so he, built this thing. And so when I came with Flaer, I, went to him. I didn't even want to ask him for money. I just wanted to show him what we basically did. And he liked it. So that's how we kind of met our angel investor just through Minecraft, and he helped us to basically make a runway for more than a year. So that's probably my best financial move that I ever made was playing Minecraft when I was young, and also buying Bitcoin because it helped me in the long run a lot.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah,
And your
and if
worst money move of
yeah.
just anything in general the last few years or as recent as yesterday?
Yeah, so there's also one big one. It's also related to crypto. I was actually doing pretty well. I got my portfolio from low or mid four figures to mid six figures. And then I went basically all in on one project, and it went down quite a bit. So I'm back a little bit lower than but it's still fine. Like I'm up, but it was probably my worst financial decision that I didn't sell anything. And it was a year ago now in January, something like that. Yeah, so year and a half now. Yeah, so these two things happened. It's 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 a lot of money, but it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. We definitely get some money moves that were very kind of similar. I wish I would have bought Bitcoin, or I did buy Bitcoin, but then I sold it and all that. So you're not alone in some of these that we have with our guests. Yeah, we talk a lot about investing, by the way, because the younger generation wants to know how to do it and how to do
Mhm.
it smoothly and safely. And we do talk about crypto and stocks inside the Financial Rebellion weekly newsletter, and so yeah, it's right up the alley. Yeah, Financial Rebellion. This episode 2 is also sponsored by USF Credit Union. We want to give a shout out to USF Credit Union, who obviously is on your campus there, and I think you said you're a member of
Yeah,
USF
yeah, I have a bank
Credit.
account with them, so shout outs to them. They're always nice to me.
Very cool. Yeah. Credit unions, that's one of the elements. Not only are they able to provide the same banking services and products as any bank, but they have a very critical mission to help members succeed. They're very friendly. They are there to help, and I'm glad you just said that. So that's kind of cool. All right, so let's get into your business. Minecraft at 14, I'm still laughing about that.
Yeah.
That's how you started. That's so cool. Everyone's stories is fun, right? That's why we have this podcast, because everyone's going to relate to something that our guests say, or someone's going to be inspired today. I'll guarantee you that, based on what you're sharing. So tell us about the Flair app, your business.
All right, yeah. So with this, I also have a story. So when I started investing, I also thought it was very important to build a good income with it. I think it's important to have a big shovel to be able to actually grow your portfolio. It's not just about being able to invest, but being able to invest decent amount of money. And so I knew that the way for me to earn money or to build something more than just with regular income or summer jobs would be to start building company or side hustles that can generate me way more for my time than anything else, right? So when I turned like 16, we started all the online businesses you can name, from dropshipping, SMMA, all these things. So we were learning different skills, like how to set up a website, how to run Facebook ads, Meta ads, in general, how to set up Google ads, and if anything you can name, we were learning about it. And I thought it was pretty complicated for most of the people to learn how to buy ads on Meta and just set it up properly, do the right A/B testing, and just be able to generate money with it. And so that was kind of the first problem that I saw that people could struggle with. And I think around like 17, 18, which is 3 years ago now, I came up with this idea of Flair. And the whole idea was, why don't we use the customers of businesses to promote the business, right? Because the customers, they're the best promotion for any business. If you have a friend and you tell them about the great restaurant that you went to last week, they might go there too, because it's a good recommendation from someone they can trust, someone they know. And with that, we came up with Flair, which is basically what I just explained. I'm going to explain a little bit how it works. So right now we're focusing on local businesses like restaurants, cafes, gyms, you name it, if it's local. And simply a person goes there, they spend money there like normally, they buy food, and then they take a picture of the food, they take picture with their friends. They take picture in the gym, depends on the place. They post it on their story and they tag the business, or they put a location of the business there. So basically with that, they, share where they go with couple hundreds of their friends that, follow them on the Instagram that we're working with right now. And so you just go, you take a picture, you post it, and then you can earn few dollars for doing so. It can save you some money on the coffee. If you have bigger accounts, it can save you money for food. It's just a good way to pay with your reach and not always your money, and help your friends discover good places. So that's basically Flair.
Very cool. It's amazing you've had this. So you started this, some of these businesses when you were in the Czech Republic before you came to University of South Florida, correct or no?
That's not correct. We went around in Czech Republic to kind of see if there would be interest. I think the problem in Czech Republic is that everything's kind of old school, and people, mainly the business owners, they're not really open to test out new things. So we went around and we thought that the interest there would be a little bit lower than here. And also just the marketing budget that the restaurants have back there and here is a little bit different. And also when I was like 18, 19, it was very difficult to even think about how to build a marketplace, because that's basically what we're building. We need restaurants on one side or any local business, and on the other side we need users that will go there and through our app, post something on Instagram, and then go to our app and post from like just confirm that they went to that place so they can earn the money. So you need both sides.
Okay.
So the marketplace is very sophisticated. We're also moving a lot of money around all the time. There is so much technical stuff that we were just not able to solve. So at that time, we just really just wanted to go around, see if there would be enough people willing to use our app. So we didn't start there, but then when I moved here, we got
And when did you move to Tampa?
yeah, just for school. So because of me playing tennis, I moved just for school to be able to keep on with my career. So that
Yeah.
was 2 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tennis player at USF. Nice. So you're in the athletic program.
yeah.
Fantastic. So you got athleticism, you've got the brains.
Also,
How's your backhand though, real quick?
backhand is my best shot. I would say it's good. Like I'm pretty
Nice.
happy with my
Nice.
backhand. I cannot complain.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I could talk about tennis all day long. Grew up playing not competitively, but with my friends, and loved
Mhm.
watching all the players back in the day and still today. Anyway, uh, okay, I got to ask you some specific questions though. So, uh, do you want to name a restaurant that you go to in or around USF right now? And I'll use that as an example. Like which?
Yeah, so we have couple. We have Ajisai. So if anyone knows the sushi place, it's very close. It's very good that it's all you can eat. If you go there, you can
Okay.
promote it on there, earn some money. Or the Dosho is an amazing example too. Dosho is working very well now. So those two I would
Okay,
put as.
so for my head to understand this, and hopefully our listeners and viewers too. So the sushi place, real close to USF in Tampa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if someone is visiting, has sushi, really likes it, and they have the Flair app as a customer, correct? They're going
Yeah,
on and they're posting pictures of their meal, having a good time, and
on
then
Instagram. Yeah.
that person who posted that will be paid some money
Mhm.
because of based on their following, et cetera. And though that money though is coming from ultimately the restaurant owner that's signed up with your Flair app too, right?
Exactly. You explained it pretty well. So our users can see on the map all the businesses that we work with. They can see the estimates of how much they can make when they go there and post something. And as you said, we pay based on not just followings, but mainly how many views they go get on the certain story, but also
Yeah.
depending on where the views are from. So let's say me as someone that is from different country, I have a lot of followers from Czech Republic. So if I post something, I only get paid for the people that are from Tampa or from USF, basically. And it's same with any other state. So if you're from different state. You come here and you just have few followers from Tampa, you won't get paid as much because we just try to pay for people that can actually come to the restaurant after. So we make good deal for both sides, the user and the restaurants.
Well, I get it. It makes a lot of sense. So when
Mhm.
does an owner who has what does a typical owner start with? Like, hey, I'm going to start with $200 in
Yeah.
my first quote purchase.
Uh-huh.
What
Yeah,
do they end up doing once they're down to zero? How do they measure their ROI?
that's a great question again. It's very tough. If someone asks me in the owner asks me, "Hey, how do I measure how many people came through your app?" So first indicator is that usually that the people that post through the app, the owner already makes money off of them, since it's usually, how much you spend there is usually less than how much you earn with the post unless you have big followings. So the owner already, we can even some people come to the place because of our app, of our map. So that's the first way the person can track that people came because of us. Second thing is that it's very tough for any local business owner to see where people come from, right? Some people come from Google Ads, some people come from Google Maps, some people come from Meta Ads, some people come from word of mouth. It's unpredictable for local business owners. But we have a calculator in our app that lets them calculate their ROI on our best estimates that we, made a huge research on to like really see how much we can convert. And I think we're even being a little bit pessimistic with it. So we just make sure that they actually see if they're making money off of us, like if they're making money with us or not. So we have a calculator there. They can put how many dollars they make per one customer on average. They put how many times average customer comes per year. And based on that and how many views they got from local views, we calculate how much money they made using our app. So we calculate it, but it's an estimate. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Financial Rebellion podcast brought to you by the credit union industry. And again, USF Credit Union nearby. Uh, so I've got one more, I don't want to call it a technical question, but I'm listening to your answer. It's not really technical. I'm listening to your answer and I'm thinking, well, one way to measure for an owner of a business, a restaurant or what have you, is are the sales staying consistent or slightly growing once they come on as a customer to Flair, right? So that's
Mhm.
always a positive thing. And so I assume you do that. So for you though, any other partners that you have? Are you doing this all solo?
Yeah, that's important to mention, of course. So right now we have a team of, I would say, 6 people working on this. Me, I'm one of the co-founders, original co-founders that owns half of the company. Then we have my best friend that owns the other half, and he's the one doing the technical part. The one running the operations here. The one, going to businesses, signing up users, and also the rest of the team. But the most important person that built this is my co-founder. He dropped out of college a year and a half ago to learn how to code. He learned it in like 3 months and basically built this from scratch, which is very impressive since how complicated what we built is. There's so many transactions, there is so many edge cases that you have to solve to just you cannot make a mistake. You're like dealing with money, right? So um it's a big shout out to Maciej, who's my co-founder. So yeah, that's our team, around
That's
six, seven
great.
people. But yeah.
That's great. Well, USF as a whole, as a college university, right, is getting some real good notoriety lately. We all
Mhm.
know whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but basketball and football kind of are the big boys on any college campus. And a football team obviously got a new head coach from Ohio State. He was the wide receiver coach, Brian Hartline. And then you have the basketball coach that did so well. He's gone, I believe. And then you have another someone else coming in. So, and then you've got, all the other sports, and we could talk forever about NIL, but that's not what this complete podcast is about. So, every entrepreneur, though, Stepan, as you're building a business, as you're coming up with an idea, has these moments of fear and doubt.
Mhm.
how do you overcome it's not it's not a 90% of business owners who start a side hustle, or 78% of only women business owners have fear of doubt. No, it's 100% of every person who starts a side hustle or a business. So how do you overcome the fear and doubt that keeps coming in and out, coming in and coming out?
That's a great question. I mean, I completely relate to it. It happens to us too. We have bad days, we have good days. Things go wrong, things go right. Um, I don't know. I feel like you just have to keep going. Like for me, there is so many reasons why I do this. I know the reasons. I always wanted to do this, and I sometimes I feel like maybe there is just no way out. Like I never even thought about quitting. It's just not the option. Like we have a big team. Everyone's ready to work on this. So when the low comes, I don't even. Sometimes you have to wait it out. Sometimes you do something to just start it back up. It's just so many things. Sometimes it happens a lot when you low that someone comes to you and helps you with different way. Like they come to you and they're like, "Hey, I've got these few businesses that you can talk to, and you're back in." So for me, sometimes just waiting. Sometimes it's just doing something that will help us. There's so many. I just for me it's just I don't feel like there's a way for me to quit. Like it's not an option. So I don't think anyone from the team has this, and that's why it's just how I go about it. Yeah.
But that's a great response because it's just action. You keep getting up, putting your left foot in front of your right foot each day, keep going. And you know what is unfortunate, and what we're trying to help so many, and we have already helped thousands of people change their mindset about money.
Hmm.
And we do that the financial rebellion way is how we call it, how to start dreaming differently and getting rid of limiting beliefs. Before you start to save, spend, and invest your money, you need to start recognizing that everyone has a money DNA based on how you grew up between age of 10 to 18. And there's also limiting beliefs about you that are not true. I'm not smart enough, probably, or maybe I'm not going to be disciplined enough to be financially successful, or relates to starting a business too, right? Stepan, I don't know if I'm smart enough to get this thing to the end or to start it, or what are other people going to think about me? All that, let's just call it for what it is, BS, right? And the bottom line is you just answered that very beautifully. You just keep going, and quitting's not an option for you. So,
Yeah.
if you were to tell someone listening right now, what would you tell someone who is thinking about has been thinking about an idea for a business to start, even as a side hustle, just to sell
Mhm.
something or to start something, even if it's just selling something on Etsy? I mean, there's a lot of people making money selling stuff, right?
Mhm.
Or even a more deeper product, but they're just still not ready to say yes. What would you say to the people listening that have an idea, but they're just not they're afraid? What would you tell them to do next?
It's a good question. It's tough. Like for me, I believe that anyone, literally anyone, can start a business and build anything they want to. Um, I think that smarter people struggle with overthinking a lot of things, and then that can also ruin it. So if there is a reason that they might think that they're not smart enough or something. I really think that it doesn't, like, literally in business there is. I think about it almost every day, like how some people made it already, how some people didn't. I would say I would switch them in the positions, like, if I look at them, how they go about everything. So if there is doubts in that way, I would not listen to it. But I would also, I for me it was always in my heart that I wanted to have companies and like build stuff, and just from very young age to also become rich. And I don't think everyone thinks the same way. So for some people, it's very important to make the decision if you want to do it. But if you have the idea, I would at least spend time on thinking if it's like just do pros and cons, like what could go wrong, what if this happens, is it really that bad, if that happens should I try it, is it really worth it my time, if I get an investor I have commitment to them right now, so I cannot really quit, like really think if I want to put enough time into this. But when you get through that phase, I'm telling you, like, just make the first step, make the second step. At the beginning, it won't spin like this. It will be very slow. Like, people will maybe even laugh at what you're doing. I think everyone that started something found few people that were like this. People will look at you weird way when you present the idea to them sometimes. But if you're really convinced that that's something that you want to do, just take the first step, take the second, third, and eventually someone will help you just spin the wheel. Like, like the moment you make this amount of steps, there'll be people coming in your life that will find you that are actually going to help you grow even more. Like, whatever, it doesn't have to be people, but opportunities. So yeah, just take the first step if you're really convinced that you want to do this.
Yep. And you certainly know this about entrepreneurs as well. Those you think, oh man, look at that woman, look at that man who started whatever. Shark
Uh-huh.
Tank examples. 98% of them failed their first business, and then they just kept going like, oh, okay, I learned this from this business. So they didn't really fail.
Uh-huh.
They're like, I'm going to fail my way to success, right? We've heard that a lot. It's just true. Fail your way to success. So,
Agree.
okay. So I think do you have anything else that you would like to share? How can people, as we're wrapping up here, how can listeners, viewers learn more about the Flair app? Where can they go to learn more about you and just the business as a whole?
All right. So if anyone wants to try us, go to App Store or Google Play. You'll find us under Flair, Share and Get Paid. It's the orange icon. Definitely try it out if you're users. If you know someone that would want to try it as a business owner in local area, like around Tampa, we're just focusing here right now. Also, reach out to us on Instagram, Flair app, same. Follow us there. We put a lot of stuff about our journey, but also just funny videos to spread the word about us. And yeah, if there is literally anything that you feel like you can help us with, that you just don't be afraid to reach out. If you have like any ideas how to improve it, if you have literally any comments, any questions, reach out to us on Instagram, anywhere on our website, Flare App again. Yeah, anything, literally anything, any help that you guys think that could help us grow. If you have any ideas, definitely reach out. We never say no to a conversation.
Stepan, it's been great having you on the Financial Rebellion podcast. You're going to be inspiring a number of viewers and listeners, and we're going to feature you inside the general public Financial Rebellion newsletter that goes out every week as well. So look forward to that. Be sure to
Mhm.
subscribe. For those listening, simply go to financial-rebellion.com to quickly subscribe to a newsletter that is not typical. We, Financial Rebellion, we help you rebel against the ordinary when it comes to how to do money differently, to create wealth through investing and so much more, and a lot of entrepreneurship content in there too. So thanks again for being on Stepan, and we're also again thrilled to have USF Credit Union. We like to shout out that credit union and others who are simply building platforms of banking that a lot of people still don't know what a credit union is, even the difference between a credit union and a bank. And we help them to go, wait a minute, why am I with a traditional bank when I can even have a business banking account with my credit union too? So that's it. Any parting words, Stepan?
Anything. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate that you guys gave me the chance to talk about Flair here today. I hope that someone might take something from me, and thank you again for having me.
You are welcome, Stepan. Thanks so much for being on. And again, thanks everyone for listening to the Financial Rebellion podcast. And we will see you the next time.